gannets, few gannets working. Okay, Stevo's ready to rock and roll. He's going to drop the ticky in. It's been a while. So there's the flat sinker there, got all the hooks on. We've actually just got a little inside gutter. Yeah. Might even be a snapper. We're going to Reel Kiwi Fishing this week, having a bit of a catch-up fish with Stevo. He's got the Kontiki on board, brought along the old surfcaster. Just found a little hole here. It's been a heap of kahawai working up and down the beach, sort of near the entrance. And we've stopped here. It's a nice little hole here. I'm going to try for some kahawai for the Kontiki. Love using fresh kahawai for the Kontiki. So yeah, we're up Muriwai today. Got a, it's about half a metre, sort of offshores, cross shores, and setting the Kontiki. Might even catch a few fish on the surfcaster. But yeah, cool to catch up with Stevo. Hope you get onto a few fish on the tiki, maybe even the surfcaster. Hope you guys enjoy. Probably can't see this, but probably about 600 meters long from down here all the way up to here is just bubbling the kahawai. There's gannets, few gannets working just on the outside of these waves. And what we're hoping is those bait fish are going to get pushed up into the waves here. If it was a little bit bigger waves, maybe they'd get caught up and get pushed up in here. Just hoping some mats might sort of start flapping up on the shoreline for some fresh bait. But just a huge area. It's just bubbling. You won't be able to see it, but it's all just bubbling up there. Heaps of gannets going in up here. Might just, we're just driving up Muriwai, so might just hang here for 5-10 minutes and just see if anything happens. Going in hard up here, gannets. Okay, Stevo's ready to rock and roll. He's going to drop the tiki in. It's been a while. It's been a good sort of 7 or 8 months since we've did the Kontiki. She's in. Got a quite a strong cross shore. Just offset it a little bit. Okay, hooks are getting on. Running those big 23-ounce flat Kontiki sinkers either end, as we normally do. Got one in the middle, got a 16-ounce. And what we're going to do is run these 3 traces there. We'd like to run a couple on the back behind the last sinker. We actually do quite well. It's actually a big bubble up just a little bit out in front of us, kahawai. So there's the flat sinker there, the 23-ounce. Stevo's putting on now, and we just run a couple of traces behind it. Well, there you go. Got all the hooks on. Still heading out. Just going to do about a 20-minute run. Not sure how long we'll soak it. Maybe 40 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes. It's got a few guys coming up now. That tide's going out. Get a few surfcasters coming up today, I think. That small swell. Okay, tiki's on the soak. We're going to soak it for like that 40 minutes. Got nothing on the rods as yet, so we might move a little bit further north just for the surf casting. I know Stevo's more here for the Kontiki. I wouldn't mind a few fish on the surf casting. I like fishing a little bit further north. So what we might do, depending on what happens on the Kontiki, we might just shift a little bit further north to about another 5 k's along the beach. Not sure if we've actually had any bites because we were concentrating on doing the Kontiki, but haven't seen much action as yet. Not a very big swell, so we might even luck a snapper coming into a couple of these closer holes. But might wind in and just check the baits, see if we've got any bites. At least the bait's gone. We might have got a few bites, so I'll wind up Stevo's action first. We've actually just got a little inside gutter that runs probably about a K, starts at about a K, comes right in on the shore, opens up here, little gap, and then you got that wave that's just bubbling there in the middle, it's dying away. It's got an outer bank where those outer waves are breaking, so we're just fishing in this little gutter. It sort of opens up a little bit more out here, so being a small swell and that little bit of entry there, I'm hoping fish will come in around there, or even just come over that bank, that outer bank. It's not very big, the swell, so, and just might get a few fish just mooching up in this little gutter. Probably more something like trevally. We're hoping for a kahawai for our next Kontiki set, and nice and cloudy, so you never know, might even pick up a snapper, but it's not really a spot I would probably fish for snapper. Maybe more on that high tide. That little gutter will be a little bit more deeper. So there's those waves just disappeared, so we're fishing basically where those waves have just disappeared. It's only about 60-70 meters out. Broke on that bank on that outer wave, and there you go, it's disappearing there. So there's that little gutter that's running down here. There you go, guys, some yellowtail starting to come up on the shoreline. There's another one down there. All those work cups getting pushed up closer. Nice fresh baits.
Lovey.
Yeah. Sometimes there's so many get sort of washed up in here. They're just flapping along the shoreline. Had it out at Kontiki, and we've had it here at Muriwai. Stevo's cranking in our first set. It's been about 40 minute soak. Ran it for about 20 minutes. So we'll see what happens, fingers crossed. Got a few fish. Actually haven't picked up any fresh kahawai for us. Got a couple of yellows that came up in the shallows. Got pushed up from the all the kahawai working out there. So hopefully we've got a at least a kahawai on our Kontiki for our next set. If there's not much on there, we'll head north a little bit more. Stevo's got a fish on. Hopefully it's a kahawai. Yeah, boy! It's always the way. You're trying to do something. Trying to bring the old Kontiki in. Fish on. Hopefully a kahawai. Hey, we wouldn't even mind if it's a snapper, but I know he'll be hoping for a kahawai. Yee-hoo! Kahawai just in time. Might even be a snapper. kahawai, eh? Snapper! It's a nice one too. Fish of the day. Oh, goodie. There you go. Who needs a Kontiki, man? There you go. Weren't really expecting too much in the way of snapper, but man, you just never know out here on the west coast. Muriwai always, sometimes you just get totally bedazzled by Muriwai. It just produces sometimes. Even on those days where you think you wouldn't, we're just sitting, like I was saying, we're just sitting in this little gutter. Stevo's line was just out here. This is where it sort of opens up. Got that outer bank just starting to show there. The waves are breaking. Got my rod down here. So there's that little gutter that we're just fishing in, and it sort of opens up a little bit more where I chucked out Stevo's bait. Yeah, there you go. Just sometimes Muriwai can surprise. And hey, we're after a kahawai for our next set, but at least he's got a fish to take home if we get nothing on the Kontiki. But yeah, how's that? It's a nice snapper.